What's up guys, Chris here from Mainly Mesh. Someone's mowing the lawn outside. There's a ladybug hanging out on my camera that might pop in front of your viewing lens, whatever it might be, I don't know. But we're gonna make it. What's up guys, Chris here from Mainly Mesh. Somebody's mowing a lawn outside. A ladybug is chilling out right on top of the camera and it might crawl over the lens. But what I'm gonna try to do right now is give you a pretty simple answer for, oh, there she goes. Goodbye. A pretty simple answer for a pretty difficult question, and that question is focus or metal. Now, first thing you're going to notice tomorrow, if you haven't already noticed today, we are only carrying one out of these three shafts. And when I say these three, I mean the metal, this Focus Scandium, and the Metal Plus. And the majority of the reason behind that is because kind of from the start of Mainly Mesh, I didn't really want to carry metal shafts. I think that the material of the future is carbon for sure, and that it's really nice to have your wood sticks as a way to kind of grow up within the game and have those natural roots and have a sustainable material being used in lacrosse. So I kind of avoided metal shafts from the beginning, and then what caught my eye was first the prototype of the metal shaft that I got a while back that was just freaky light. And it's, to me, it's as much of a novelty item as it is anything else. You've got a 130 gram shaft that it's the only thing out there on the market right now that I can guarantee you will make you shoot faster. And the same goes for the Focus. The Focus weighs in at 139 grams. So a 9 gram difference. That's the same difference between String King Type 2 mesh and Otter mesh. So it's a very slight difference, but when you look at that compared to the average weight of a shaft on the market, you know, if we're talking about in ounces, that's about a 4.5 ounce shaft for the metal and a 4.7 ounce shaft for the Focus, or 4.8. Translating that compared to maybe a 5.5 or a 6 ounce shaft on the market, or if you're even heavier up with the shafts that I like, an 8 ounce shaft, it's going to make a very significant difference in your shot speed. Especially as you know, if you're a guy who shoots 80, 85, it's going to be the first time that you see a shaft that really increases your shot speed by about 4 or 5 miles an hour. For you younger guys shooting around 60, it might only tack on 1 or 2 miles an hour, but it should, scientifically, physically speaking, increase your shot speed. And all of my personal shot records have come while using a String King metal shaft. The first drawback there is the strength, which I have not tested because I'm being a little baby and I don't want to snap one of these metals. So I've played with them around a little. I haven't had anything crazy happen to me while playing a game with it. So there's not going to be a big difference, but the most significant contrast between the metal shaft and the Focus are their warranties. So the metal only has a 2-month warranty. The Metal Plus only has a 3-month warranty. If you saw String King's recent post yesterday, I believe, if you buy 2 of them, you actually double the warranty. So if you buy 2 String King metal shafts, you get a 4-month warranty on the metals. And if you get 2 Metal Pluses, you get a 6-month warranty on each Metal Plus. So that's kind of cool, gets them up to more standard warranties. But the Focus comes in immediately with a 6-month warranty. That, I think, is regardless of whether or not the material is stronger than the metal, you know that you have that assurance of having a 6-month warranty. It's a little bit less of a drawback when you're talking about a 4-month warranty if you do double up on the metal shafts, or a 6-month warranty if you double up on the Metal Pluses. There's less of a difference there, but having that longer warranty will at least assure you that if you do break it in the first 6 months, that you've got a little more time. The second reason that I will not be carrying the Focus or the Metal Plus, and I'm not even sure I mentioned that, but I will not be carrying the Focus or the Metal Plus, is for the Focus, frankly, I don't make as much money off of the Focus, and I don't want to all of a sudden bring in all these metal shafts. For the weight of the Focus and the 6-month warranty of the Focus, it is, yes, albeit it's lighter than the ECD carbon, but I still believe that you're going to get a little bit more responsivity out of a carbon shaft. So if you're thinking about the Focus, I would actually push you back into an ECD carbon instead as a nice $100 entry. The Focus is about half an ounce lighter than the ECD carbon. So if you're comparing that side by side, it might translate to a mile or two per hour, but it's not really something that's going to be statistically significant on your shot. And so I would rather you just have a little bit more of a responsive shaft with the ECD carbon at that same price range. Same for the Epic Firefly, but I'd rather keep you within the ECD brand, obviously, and it's nice that they have another $100 shaft that I can direct you towards. So if you are looking for the Focus from us, we're not carrying it, and I would actually say your money would probably be better spent on an ECD carbon, in my opinion. The reason I'm carrying the metal is because it does have that extra 9 grams off, so it's a full ounce lighter than any of the carbon fiber shafts that we're carrying, which should correlate to about a 3 or 4 mile an hour difference in your shot if you're at, you know, the plus 80, 85 mile an hour range, or a mile an hour or two if you're at the 60, 65 mile an hour range. So I am carrying that. It's a $100 option for the String King metal. I will not be carrying the Metal Plus, which is a $140 option, for the same reason. It's a little bit heavier, so it weighs in at pretty much 160 grams, which is about 5.4, 5.5 ounces, which is the same exact weight as a Dragonfly Gen 6. And at that point, I would absolutely push you to a Dragonfly Gen 6. So it's no offense to what String King's doing. It's going to be a way stronger metal option that, if you're a total metalhead, should be something you should actually absolutely look for. But I am a much firmer believer and stronger advocate for the Gen 6 at that price range. If you're going to be spending $140, I say you should be getting a Gen 6. Or if you're looking for something crazy sturdy and a little heavier, I'd push you towards the Jewel. The Jewel is obviously a much different option. But we will be carrying the String King metal in attack lengths. I think I also have 2 or 3 goalie lengths. Those are going to be up tonight on the site at midnight. Make sure you go to mainlymesh.com/shafts to pick yours up. I would expect they're going to sell out really quickly from our website. I don't know if it's going to be as fast as the Project G's went, since they're obviously not a limited option, but I know the silver we only have, because String King sold out of the silver pretty quickly, we only have about 2 or 3 silvers in stock. We do have a bunch of the matte blacks, but that's going to be our first round until we get some more, and it's going to be a while till we get the silvers in. So make sure you hit up mainlymesh.com at midnight tonight to grab your String King metal shaft. Huge shout out to East Coast Dyes for making a really incredible option with the Focus shaft as well. I think it's going to be a product that you guys really enjoy if you do choose to go that way. It's just one of those things where the beauty of lacrosse is it all comes down to preference, and I'm definitely more in the carbon fiber bandwagon. So great job to East Coast Dyes for having a really cool product. I know they've spent a lot of time working on it. And as always, shout out to String King for really kicking butt with the metal line as well. So overall, you really can't lose with any of these shafts. I've got my preferences. You've got your preferences. Hopefully you still end up buying from mainlymesh.com. But regardless, thanks so much, and I will catch you guys next time.